Hey y'all, it's Alex with the Creative Llama, and if you see the red live box that's right here, that means I am live. But if you don't see it, just put hashtag replay so I know you are catching the replay if you are. But y'all, we're gonna make this really cute standing thankful pumpkin. We've got all sorts of fall colors that we're gonna do. So when you pop on, hit the heart button and comment the word pumpkin, and I'll send you the supply list, okay? So when you comment the word pumpkin, there's going to be a button in the message that says supply list. Just click on that and then you can get access to absolutely everything I am using, okay? So this standing pumpkin probably is about a 9.5 by 12 inches tall once it's standing. So we're going to go ahead and paint our pumpkin in the color Hey Pumpkin. Hi guys. Hi Elizabeth. Hi Sharon. All right, here we go. Let's open up a new pack of foam brushes, y'all. Thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate, hi, Tracy. I appreciate all the shares, y'all. That helps me out so much, okay? All right, so we're going to take the color Hey Pumpkin, and we are going just to paint this entire pumpkin in the color Hey Pumpkin. Y'all, it is a rainy Thursday morning here in Texas, but we're supposed to be getting a cold front. I'm so excited. It's not going to be 90 degrees. I'm so over the hot weather, you know? All right. So we're covering this up. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks, Miss Lisa. Hi, Sandra. Thank you, Miss Denise. Y'all are the best. Even if you can't ever purchase, y'all, anybody you watch on lives, always sprinkle them out and just comment. Commenting helps them out tremendously. The more that you comment and the more that you interact, the more that like Facebook thinks, oh, more people would want to see this. So just know that I appreciate y'all. Even if you are just a watcher, you are just as important as anybody else. And I just appreciate all the support. All right, so we're getting this on. We're going to dry it and see if it needs another coat. But I'm not going to worry about the stem because we are going to put something on top of that, a stem on top that we're going to paint brown. So you can paint it if you want to. I'm not going to worry about it. But that is painted. Oh, let's dry it. Hi, Cece. Hi, Judy. Oh, you're so sweet, Miss Sharon. Hi, Barbara. I know. Well, Miss Barbara, I haven't really been on consistently. Probably in the last 3 weeks since I was moving. It's been crazy. Hi, Marie. Hi, Tanya. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Alex. I live in South Texas. I live in the San Antonio, Texas area. And a little fact about me is I used to be a teacher. I taught for 11 years. And I loved it until I didn't. Hi, Miss Debbie. Thank you for sprinkling this, Sharon. But I taught primarily kindergarten and first grade. And I loved that age group. They were so fun. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to get this dry. We are going to put a pattern on top using saffron, okay? So these are some of the new fall colors, but when you comment pumpkin and you click on the button that says supply list, in there you will click supply list, and then on Chalk Products there's these little paste packets that have pretty much all the colors I'm using today. So you don't have to get the whole jars if you don't want to. Lord, fingers crossed that the message works. All right, so there's a few little spots that I need to touch up, but I think we're gonna be good with one coat. Y'all, this is like the perfect pumpkin color. I'm obsessed with this. If you wanted it to be brighter, you could lighten up your Hey Pumpkin color, or you could paint the background or paint the pumpkin white first, and then when you go to put this color on top, it'll be more vibrant. You were a teacher for 36 years. Girl, kindergarten and first grade were my favorites. I loved it. Although I really loved teaching first. First was my favorite. All right, we're gonna get this dry. And we'll put it to the side, but here is that Hey Pumpkin color. I missed a spot up here, it looks like. Oh no, it's just drying. I know, this color is the perfect pumpkin color, okay? So that color is called Hey Pumpkin. We're gonna put that to the side. And let's clean up our glass mat, and we will move on to the next thing, okay? So your pumpkin cutouts come with some leaves. We're gonna paint these leaves in the color moss, okay? That is also part of that pack. And if you wanna get everything at once, instead of having to go to 2 different websites, make sure you join my VIP group, okay? Because at the end of my live, I will post a kit where you can pick and choose the items that you want, and that way you only have to pay 1 shipping, okay? So I'm using the color moss, and I'm just carefully painting, trying not to get it on the sides. You can paint your leaves whatever color you want, though. You could do red and green, or whatever your heart desires, okay? So then we're gonna do the bigger one, and we might add some distressing to these. I'm not sure yet. We might just leave it the way that it is. All right, so let's dry. Hi guys, if you are just popping on, comment the word pumpkin. Where did you find your glass mat? This I got at Michael's, but I actually found it on Amazon. So when you comment the word pumpkin, and when you click on supply list, 2 messages will pop up. The message with all my supplies, and then the second message is my Amazon storefront, where this is linked in there. Hi, Shauna. It is my fave. Miss Patty, I did not forget about you. I have your order right here next to me. So, all right. So we could leave these like this. I think they need another coat. What do y'all think? I think we need to do another coat. Yay, you got your glass mat. Y'all, it is seriously the best. I was crafting directly on my wood desk, and it just got so messy. And so I was like, let's try the glass mat. I bet it's easier to clean up than paper or anything like that. And y'all, it's the best. I love it. I have not regretted getting this. It is a little pricey, but it's so worth it. I think it's like 45 bucks. It's not crazy expensive, but I love it because you can just wipe it up. You don't have to tear paper and all of that. You're welcome, Miss Patty. All right, so leaves are painted. Y'all, I know the painting is not like the most exciting thing, but it has to be done. Okay, so far we've used Hey Pumpkin and moss. Okay, we're gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna do our bark, our stem, and our stem and our stand. Y'all, words are really hard for me today. So these are the stands. You glue this one on top, but this one is made to look like wood. So we're gonna actually stain this with our bark, okay? So we're gonna stain this with our bark. It can be done, but let's first paint our stem. Y'all, I love these foam brushes because I also don't have to wash them. You can totally wash them if you want to, but y'all, I'm so bad about like regular paintbrushes and washing them and taking care of them. So I just figured it's worth the money to use the foam brushes and throw them away rather than buy nice brushes and ruin them. Where did you get the wood pieces? Miss Bonnie, I made the wood pieces. Hi, Karen. So if you want to comment, Miss Bonnie, the word pumpkin, okay, you'll click on pumpkin, you'll comment the word pumpkin, and my page will send you a message. And then in that message, you'll click on supply list, and then you'll click on the button wood cutouts. That has just been the most easiest way I have learned how to get y'all all the info. So I'm just taking a baby wipe. I'm taking my paste, and I am just staining this wood piece. Okay. Oh, there we go. And if you've never bought cutouts from me before, y'all, I do mask my wood, which means I put masking tape on it so it prevents little burn marks like this. So right here, that's where that masking tape was coming up. And then so it did burn the wood a little bit. You can sand it off, but I like to mask because I just think it's less work on y'all's end than sanding, just personally. All right, so we're gonna do it a little bit darker. And I'm just dipping my baby wipe into my bark and getting it the darkness that I desire. What do we think? Should we go darker or should we keep it like that? Darker or keep it? because I still want to be able to see the scored marks, 36 or something like that, Michaels. Oh, there you go. What do y'all think? Like that? Leave it or more? I'm kind of evening it out because it wasn't even. All right, so we're just gonna leave it like that. This is gonna be glued on top, so there's no really need to paint this unless you absolutely want to, okay? You can totally paint it if you want. Okay, so painting is done. If I can close my bark, okay? Painting is done. Let's dry all of our pieces. And then we're gonna go to the fun part, and we are going to put a pattern on top of, thanks y'all, on top of our pumpkin. So I do see a little spot right here that I missed somehow. There we go. All right, let's dry these. Leave one. Thanks, Miss Stephanie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's dry all of these things. I think I am gonna sand maybe the stem and maybe some of the leaves, but good morning. Hi, Pamela. If y'all are just jumping on and you are new, let me know that you're new. If you hit the follow button on my page, my little counter does move behind me. So as people follow and unfollow, it goes up and down. Hi, Angelica. That's okay. I'm just glad you're here, my friend. And hang out till the end because we're going to do a giveaway, okay? So the way my giveaways work is if you could just hit the heart button, share the video, and just comment. That's how you get entered, okay? I will pick a winner or two from the comments to win. So the more you comment, the more likely you are to win. Okay, so here's our pumpkin. So if you're just jumping on, we are making a little standing pumpkin, okay? And then it's gonna have all the things. It's gonna have the green, but we're also going to add, oh, I forgot to paint this. Let's paint that real quick. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. So this is something I need y'all's help with, okay? I'm gonna paint this black, and I'm thinking, what if we kind of tape it off right here and we just do the pattern on this side? Okay, so the pattern would be, hold on. Yo, I'm getting all, there we go, like this. Okay, so the thankful would be like that. It would be solid behind it, and then we do the pattern over here, or should we do the pattern on the whole pumpkin? What do y'all think? So I would tape it off, and we would just put the pattern here, and then this would be solid, or we do the whole pattern on the entire pumpkin. Y'all tell me what y'all think while we paint this guy really quickly. What do y'all think? I keep going back and forth, but I'm not sure what I want to do. Pattern on the side, okay. All right, so I'm just taking my black chalk paint, my chalk paste, and I'm just being very careful to not gunk it up in the corners, the whole pumpkin. Tape it off the pattern would take away from the wording. So this is the pattern. I forgot to show y'all. This is the pattern. It's the damask pattern. And we're going to do it in like a mustard color. But see, I'm thinking like Miss Roberta is doing it half the pumpkin. And then maybe we can dry brush where the wording's going to be in the saffron color. I don't know, y'all. I can't decide what I want to do. Thanks, Miss Sharon. You're so sweet. All right. Painting this. We'll put this to the side while y'all are trying to tell me. Hi, Melinda. Half pumpkin. Because I'm afraid if I put the whole pattern on the pumpkin, y'all, I'm afraid that it's going to be kind of difficult, maybe, to see the wording. You know what we can do? I got an idea. We'll tape it off, right? We'll tape it off, and then we'll kind of just do a trial and kind of put this on top of the pattern and see how we like it. I'm so glad you're here, Miss Patty. Hi, Rebecca. Y'all, I feel like I'm yelling at y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry if it seems like I'm yelling. I'm not yelling at you. All right, so hear me out. This is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get our pumpkin. Let's wax our pumpkin. Okay, you want to wax anytime you paint your surface, okay? Anytime you paint your surface, because you're about to put something sticky on top of it, and you do not want the stickiness of the transfer to pull up your paint, and it will, okay? So I am just lightly waxing, and we are gonna fuzz our transfer really well. If you do it behind the word, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Miss Roberta. Hi, Becky. Hi, Faith. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. So we're gonna tape it off. We'll do half of it, and then we'll put the wording on the other side and see how we like it. And then if we don't like it, we can do the same idea, or if we like it, we'll just take off the tape and do the rest of the pattern. I feel like I'm talking a million miles a minute. Thanks, Miss Wendy. I bought it off of TikTok. I'm loving TikTok shop, y'all. Okay, so got our transfer. We're gonna fuzz it. Okay, you always want to fuzz your transfer, especially if it's really sticky, before applying it to your surface, okay? Because if you apply it to your surface without fuzzing, it can stick really well. And if it sticks too well, you're gonna have to fight it to come off your surface and run the risk of ruining your transfer, okay? So we're gonna fuzz it probably one more time, and then we'll tape and we'll see what we think. Yay, you got your saffron, girl. You got it on sale too. It's no longer on sale. I'm so sad. All right, so I want to do it like this, okay? And I'm not gonna worry about the stem, because remember, we're gonna put this right on top. So if my paste gets on there, it's not the end of the world. So I am gonna use the bottom to kind of line up and make sure my pattern is straight. We're gonna push down. You wanna make sure that there are no air bubbles, right? And then, heck, if I have tape in here, I don't think I do, so we're just gonna use this. We have placement tape, but I don't know where mine is, so I'm just gonna use regular masking tape. This is the hard part, is also making sure that this is straight. Okay, so I think it needs to come over a bit. Okay, and I think like that. Give me a second, y'all. I'm thinking here. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna put this down. It looks pretty straight to me, okay? So we're gonna attempt something. We are going to put the pattern on one side, right? And then we're gonna see how it looks. And if we wanna do the whole pumpkin, we will. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Miss Dewey. Yes, y'all, thank you for the follow. If you hit that follow button, that little guy behind me just moved. Someone hit the follow button. So thank you for following. All right, so we're taking the color Saffron, which is like a mustardy yellow. I really wanted to use it with the color of the month, which is Napa, but it just didn't look right. So applying this, we will peel it up, and if we like it, we'll do the whole pumpkin, okay? Taking this color straight across, or I guess down would be better, okay? Picking up all that extra, and now we're gonna lift it. The key word is pumpkin. Hi, Miss Fatima? Is it Fatima? Am I saying that right? Hi, Linda. Okay. So it's kind of hard to see, but you know what, y'all, I kind of like it. It doesn't take away, but let's dry it and see. Fatima, yay, I said it right. Hi, Miss Tammy. Okay, I actually think we're gonna do the whole pumpkin. I think we are. Okay, so It's kind of hard to show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it, but what do y'all think? Can y'all see it? It's hard to show. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay, so I'm gonna take off my tape and we're gonna push this down and we're gonna do the rest. Yeah. I think because the saffron dries a little bit darker and it's not as bright when it's wet. I mean, it's not as bright when it's dry. So we're gonna do the rest. Okay, now if you wanted to do half the pumpkin, you do half the pumpkin. I'm here just for inspiration. And if you want to create this, you can do it however you want to, okay? But when you comment supply, everything is in the supply button. And when you comment that word, you'll see what I'm talking about. Where do you get the mat that you use to get your stencil not so sticky? Miss Pam, I sell it. If you need one, I can totally get you one. For sure. If you need the link, Miss Pam, I can send it to you. Or I have one here at home, an extra one here at home that I can sell to you as well. I know, Miss Donna, it was hard for me to show y'all because the transfer was still on there. So let's dry it so you can tell the difference. Let me show y'all. So this half is still wet. This half is dry. So it is quite a bit different. Hi, Sherry. Me too, Miss Roberta, but I think because it dries dark, we're fine. Yeah. I'll hit this with Miss Angelica. If you go on TikTok, there's like, you just swipe and there's a little shop button. Or like if you watch people on TikTok and they sell things, sometimes they'll have a shop linked when you're watching their TikToks. Let's see. That will go well, honey. The black will make it pop. Yep, I agree, Miss Wendy. Hi, Kathleen. Miss Kathleen, you got the nativity scene. So, y'all, I totally forgot to mention, Chalk just came out with a nativity scene set. So, like wood cutouts, you get 12 pieces, you get the transfer, you get all sorts of things. So, when you comment the word supply and you want to see what I'm talking about, comment supply. Comment pumpkin, click on supply list, and then click on Chalk products, and you can grab that nativity scene. It is gorgeous. Hi, Ruthie. Okay, so here is what we have. It's not so in your face. It's a very subtle. It's hard to see it on camera, y'all, but it looks really pretty. I promise. Sorry, Miss Lisa, comment the word pumpkin. And I did add that nativity scene to the cart so y'all could see it. So comment the word pumpkin. And then y'all, when you get that message, there'll be buttons in there. You can sign up for live notifications. You can get in my VIP group, my cutout group. Nothing you do on there is committing you to anything. You're not paying anything. People are so worried about that, I promise. Thank you. Hi, Miss Karen. Okay, so let's start gluing. So we're going to glue this together first. Okay, so I use Stick Fast glue. I got this off of Amazon, and I just put it in a little bit of a smaller bottle. Okay, I really like this. This is also linked in the Amazon storefront if y'all need it. So we're gonna put our two bases together. Okay, like so. All right, it's still a little wet. So I wanted to use our Napa color, but I couldn't find a color for the pattern that I liked. Everything was just too bright. Okay, so we're gonna put our stem on. Y'all, we're almost done, which is crazy. I thought this would take us longer. Hi, Colleen. Yes, Miss Donna, you can. Yes. So if you see it in the cart, Y'all, anytime the stuff is in that cart, you can add and subtract stuff. You don't have to buy everything in there. So Miss Donna, if you use the link that I gave you, just remove everything else in the cart and you're good to go. So there's our stem. And then let's do our greenery. Make sure I didn't get anything back here. Ooh. Oh my gosh, y'all. What do y'all think? I know it's hard to see. Do we like that? What do y'all think? I really like that. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I really, really like that. Do you think our leaves need some... thank you! I love when people send me those hearts. I have no idea how y'all do that. Should we add something to the leaves? You like that? Okay. Let's go ahead and glue our thankful. So I need to make sure that this is straight. Love it. Looks amazing. Thanks, y'all. All right, a little bit of stick fast glue. I can't believe how quickly we've done this project, y'all. Hang out till the end. We're going to do a giveaway. Just comment away, and if you can sprinkle the video, that would be very helpful. The winner receives a $5 off coupon code on their order. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Sarah. I'm so sorry, Miss Sarah. This is stick fast glue, Miss Linda. All right, let's see. Yes, we're doing a giveaway. Good morning. Oh, y'all, hold on. Good morning, Miss Debbie. Hello. Y'all are so great. Okay, so no, y'all think we should just keep the leaves the way that we're doing? The way that we're doing. Y'all, I can't even speak correctly. I cannot even speak correctly. All right. Do the leaves need something? Look. Sorry, y'all. My internet is being funky today. Yes, distress. Ooh, that's right. Okay. Distress. Okay. I am going to sand my stem just a little. A couple of lines. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Miss Pamela, you're asking a lot from me. Y'all know how I am about freehanding stuff. Not very good. All right. I should have sanded this before I put it on here, but obviously I didn't. Okay. Thanks, Miss Marcia. I know, Miss Debbie, it's my internet. It's also storming here, so that could be part of it too. Hi, Miss Betty. All right, so y'all are saying to add some details to this. This is the problem, y'all. I know, Miss Pam, it's my internet. Thanks for being patient with me. Should we do white? Because this green is way too bright. I know. That might work. What do y'all think? White or green? Those are like two totally opposite choices. But I'm afraid white, that's what I'm thinking too, Miss Marcia. White, okay. Well, I put the wrong one back. Okay. Gold paint, ooh, gold paint pens. Girl, Miss Phyllis. Green, oh my gosh. I guess we can try green, and if we don't like it, we'll just paint over them again and do the white. Or we just won't do it. Thanks, Miss Lolita. Okay, we're gonna do green. Y'all, I'm a little nervous about this. I don't like it already. I think that green is way too bright. Yeah, y'all. That is way too bright. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Like, as soon as I put it on there, gold would be pretty, Miss Debbie. I know, Miss Lolita, are you signed up for live notifications, girl? All right, so I'm just taking a baby wipe and I'm wiping off that green paint pen, and I'm looking for, maybe we just sand them. Should we just sand them? Okay, let's dry it. Okay, if you are not signed up anymore, Miss Lolita, comment pumpkin, and then in that original message, there'll be a button that says Get Live Notices. Click on that button, and then just follow the questions that it asks you. I know, it looks like a shamrock. Not the kind of look I was going for. All right, y'all want to try the gold? We'll try the gold, and we'll do the white on the other one, and then we'll see which one we like, okay? I don't know, y'all. I'm not loving this. Oh, that looks terrible. I'm so bad at this part. That looks so bad. Oh my gosh, Alex. No, ma'am. Well, I find it funny. Y'all, disaster. All right, let's try this again. That's not bad. You thought it looked good? I thought it looked, maybe I don't do the curly cues. Okay, so let's try it on this one, okay? I don't think I like the curly cues, so. Maybe just not. Just kind of, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This is better than mine would be. You still say brown? I'm afraid we might just sand, y'all, to be honest with you. I'm just over here laughing at myself because, hi Liv, because what else can you do when things don't work out? I'm so glad you caught me live, Miss Connie. I like the gold, sand the edges of the leaves, and pumpkin too. Ooh, we could, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Miss Phyllis. All right, well, let's paint this one again. Okay, so when I'm wiping it off, y'all, it's also taking off the paste because the waste is water soluble. So if you take a wet wipe to your surface, even wood, the paste will come off, okay? So if you mess something up, just take a wet wipe or a baby wipe and just, I got a little bit, there we go. Sand it a little. I know, I love this color. Okay, we're gonna sand this one and we're gonna see what we think. We're gonna see what we think about this one. You love what? The trial and error? I laugh at myself. Yo, I don't take myself seriously. I don't take myself seriously whatsoever. Like, I'm just on here to have fun with y'all. All right, so we're gonna just sand the edges. I think we're gonna like the sanding better than the gold, but we'll see. Guess what? What, Miss Liv? Tell me, girl. Y'all, I am who I am. This is me. I don't pretend to be anybody else. I'm just my silly, goofy, animated self. That's awesome, Miss Liv. Are you excited? All right, and then I'm just gonna lightly sand the whole thing. And it kind of just, actually sanding it kind of gave it a little bit of texture, which I don't mind. Okay. What do we think? Girl, I do the same. Even talk. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I talk to myself constantly. Like, why did you do that, Alex? That was not a smart choice. Yeah, I think this is better. Better than this. So bad, y'all. It's bad because it's just like, it's not like natural highlights. Like, I'm not good at like, I don't know. Yeah, sanding it makes it look a whole lot better. It gives it a little bit more character than this. So let me just show y'all the difference. So, actually, it doesn't look that bad on there now that I have it there. I actually don't mind it. So, should we just lightly sand this one and then add the gold to this one? I think so. Where did my sanding block go? Outline in the middle. Not bad. Outline the middle stems with brown. Like in here. Okay, let's see. Because maybe by sanding it, the gold won't be so like bright either. Well, I just got really heavy-handed on that one. Hi, Michelle. It isn't bad. Miss Lolita's like, it's not bad, but it's also not the greatest. Oh, y'all. Okay. We're just going to take away the gold. And we're just going to take away the gold. And we're going to paint over this. And we're just going to sand it. That's what we're going to do. Okay. I think sanding it is my friend today. The paint pens just not are in the cards for me today. I do too, Miss Sharon. So we're just going to paint. And then we're going to sand. Keep it like it is, one with and one without. Well, I should have done that, Miss Donna. It just doesn't fit this pumpkin. What, the gold? Yeah. Or the outline. I think it just needs to be basic. I'm also, like, I need to practice with shading and all of that. And get better at that. Because this is when that skill would come in handy. You know, being able to shade, I'm not good at it. Clearly. Yeah, the paint pens can be tricky. But I like that you can also wash them or like wash it off. Okay, I think I like this better. It just adds a little bit. I think that's better than the swirlies and the gold and the green. I think that's a lot better. All right, so let's glue this, and when we're done, y'all, who would have thought that, hold on. Highlight, yeah. I agree, but for some reason I couldn't pull off the highlight this time. All right, so let's glue our leaves, y'all, and let's be done. So, hit the heart button, comment pumpkin, y'all. I will have a Build-A-Kit, so if you are new here, typically with anything that I use, like cutouts and transfers and all of that, I like to put like a Build-A-Kit together over in my VIP group. That way, if you want the cutouts and the transfer and the colors all at once, you only pay one shipping. It does take a little bit longer to get to you because I have to ship it to me first. But you're paying shipping once instead of having to go to 2 different websites and paying 2 shipping fees. But if you want it quicker, then you would have to do it that way. It's go to the 2 different websites. Welcome, Miss Marsha. What kind of glue are you using? This is Stick Fast glue. I just put it in this needle nose bottle. But it's just Stick Fast glue that I got off of Amazon. All right. There it is, y'all. If you want the kit link, Miss Marcia, comment the word VIP. Or if you commented the word pumpkin already, there'll be a, if you click on VIP, the link that will send you the link. But if you already commented pumpkin, you can click on get in my free groups and it should send you. If it doesn't, I will go back and I will send you the link myself. Y'all, look how cute that is. Oh, I love it. Amazon. Hi, Sherry. Miss Sherry, girl, we got to figure out, I don't know if you saw my message yesterday. We got to figure out what's going on. But this, the glue and these needle nose bottles came from Amazon. So, what do y'all think? So I'm going to get in there so y'all can really see the detail in that. I think this is really cute, y'all. So like I said before, you could totally tape off this little section, keep it solid and dry brush this color, the yellow color behind it if you wanted to. But I really, really like this, y'all. I love it. So if you're in my VIP group, the kit link or the kit picture has been posted, okay? All right, y'all, let's pick a winner for our giveaway. We're gonna pick 2 winners to win a $5 coupon code off their next order on my cutout website, okay? All right, so yay, Miss Denise, yay! You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. All right, y'all ready? Let's pick 2 winners. I picked directly from the comments, and 1, 2, 3. Miss Sherry Fine. Miss Sherry Fine, if you're here, let me know. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, it landed on Sherry again. Let's pick a different person. Miss Denise, if you win this next one, I will refund you $5. So don't worry about it. All right, here we go. Miss Sherry, is she here? Hi, Miss Tammy. I don't see Miss Sherry here. So 1, 2, 3. Miss Mary DeLeon. Mary DeLeon. And I don't see Miss Sherry here anymore. Sherry Fine. Miss Mary DeLeon and Sherry Fine. If y'all are here, say here, because if y'all aren't, I'm going to pick somebody else. And Miss Mary just commented. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, Miss Sherry's here and Miss Mary, Sherry and Mary are here. Sorry. Miss Sherry and Miss Mary, if you will send me a message saying, hey, I won with your email address, I will send your coupon code to your email later today, okay? Thank you, Miss Sherry. But there it is, y'all. Honestly, when I'm over here just picking, I just scroll and whatever name I stop on, that's who wins. All right, y'all. Hit that heart button. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will be live tomorrow. We're going to do another mini live sale tomorrow, okay? But I'm getting caught up on orders, so thank y'all for being patient with me while I moved. I so appreciate it. Go grab this kit over in the VIP group if you want it. If you need help finding links, send me a message, and I'm happy to help you, okay? Y'all have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.